In context, layers and channels mean the same thing. On your workstation, you can open as many channels as you want, as long as your computer can handle it. DAWs are made so that you can layer things correctly and edit any part of the layer whenever you want. What you add to each layer or channel, as they are called in the software, are your kits, and VSTs for making the beats. Quickly, what is VST? VST is short for Virtual Studio Technology. It is an audio plugin software interface that integrates software synthesizers and effects units into digital audio workstation. A VST enables the engineer or individual in front of the computer to mold and transform sound waves into what they want. Examples are Nexus, Contact, Serum, Omnisphere, Gladiator, Bassmaster, and the list goes on. Most VSTs come with folders of virtual sounds you can use for your production. You see, when I create beats, I often drag and drop drum kits from external folders because it's faster for me. Some people prefer to put it through VST samples, and that works as well. The type of music you are making decides the kits you add to the channels in your digital audio workstation. You need to understand that there are specific kits and VSTs for each type of music you want to make. To save time, effort, just use the kit that matches the genre you are working on. It's that simple. Get it and use it. This helps you work faster and improve quicker. Later on, you can get creative with it. In any case, if you can't find the right sound you need, you can get creative and just, design your own sound. What I do is chop up unusual sounds from the sound bank to create my music when I don't find sounds like that. This helps me find the unique sounds to finish my beats. Chopping and using unusual sounds come from the idea that anything around us can be used to make music. It is creativity. You are meant to enjoy it. Another tip is, as a beatmaker, it is important to blend analog and digital sounds well. Natural sounds are unbeatable, so try to incorporate them into your beats for better results. Here's a list of 20 sites where you can purchase kits and plugins. This information could change in the coming years, but as for now, they are still active. When we talk about organizing project files in music production, we are basically talking about keeping all your music-related stuff neat and tidy on your computer. I'm talking to a lot of people right now, I know. Here's why it is important and how you can do it. It is important because it gives you easy access. When you organize your project file neatly, it's like keeping your room tidy so you can find things easily. This makes it much quicker to find the right sounds, samples, or tracks when you are working on a song or project. Another reason is because of workflow efficiency. Imagine if your music files were scattered all over the place, all over the computer, like a messy room. It would take ages to find what you need, and you might even forget where you put things. By organizing your files properly, you can work more efficiently and spend less time searching and more time making music. Another reason is version control. Another important reason for organizing your project file is to keep track of the different version of your work. For example, you might want to save different version of a song as you work on it, like song V1 version 1 or song version 2, and so on. By organizing these files neatly, you can easily keep track of your progress and revert to previous versions if needed. Now, here's how to organize your file. Pretty simple. First, create folders. Start by creating folders on your computer to store your music project. You might have separate folders for each song or album you are working on, as well as folders for samples, sounds, and plugins. Secondly, naming. Give your files and folders clear descriptive names so you know what they contain at a glance. For example, instead of naming a folder, new folder, or just randomly typing, you could name it My Awesome Song Project File, or just something that will remind you, or Song 1 Monday, Song 2, something that reminds you and you can actually remember. Thirdly, subfolders. Within each project folder, you can create subfolders to further organize your files. Subfolders, basically folder in a folder. It's not that complicated. For example, you might have subfolders for audio tracks, MIDI files, project files, and so on. If you use Logic Pro X, they already do that for you. They create subfolders once you start a project if you choose to have it in that format. And also, you need backup folders. You need to back up regularly. Finally, don't forget to back up your project files regularly to avoid losing your work in case of computer crashes or other disasters. You can use external hard drives or SSDs, cloud storage, or dedicated backup softwares for this purpose. This is like keeping your music workspace clean and tidy so you can focus on making great music. It saves you time.